Namaste student, and today we are going to see part 2 of a data interpretation. Okay, yeah. At the end of this session, students, you will be able to understand what is a range, and you can able to calculate the mean deviation of an ungrouped and grouped data, variance of grouped data, standard deviation of grouped data. Yes, first we are going to see about the mean deviation. That is, we are going to calculate the mean deviation, and this is same as what we did for a mean. And here also we are going to find the mean deviation for ungrouped data and grouped data. First, ungrouped data. In ungrouped data, we are going to find it in two ways. One is mean deviation about the mean. You have to be careful. Mean deviation about the mean. That means we need to find the value of mean first. Okay, mean is nothing but average. So we need to find the mean and then we have to calculate the mean deviation. And next one is mean deviation about the median. That means first we have to find the median with the given data, and next we have to find the mean deviation. And this is for ungrouped data. And for a grouped data, here also we are having two things. As we know, for a group data, we will use sigma fx by sigma f, right? The same formula, but I had made a small change. That is, mean deviation is equal to sigma f, and this is nothing but modulus. Okay, modulus of x minus x bar whole divided by sigma f. And mean deviation about median. First we saw mean deviation about mean. That means we need to find mean and then we need to find mean deviation. Same way here, first we have to find median. Okay, yes, mean deviation is equal to sigma f modulus of x minus m. M is nothing but median whole divided by sigma f. Okay, modulus is nothing but whatever the value inside that modulus. Either it can be a positive value or it can be a negative value. Only the magnitude is to be considered. Okay, if you are having a modulus of minus 2, the modulus of minus 2 is 2 and the modulus of 2 is 2. That means only the magnitude you have to consider. Okay, fine. Let us see an example for this one. Find the mean deviation about the mean for the following data. Yes, here x value and f values are given. X are 10, 30, 50, 70, 90 and f is 4, 24, 28, 16, 8. And first we need to find mean. Yes, mean deviation about the mean is given. So first we need to find mean. You can find mean in any of the three methods which we saw it in the last session. Either you can use direct method or shortcut method or step deviation method. It's our wish. Okay, here the values are too small, so I'm going to use a direct method for that. For that I need to find fx, that is f into x. So 10 into 4 is 40, 30 into 24 is 720, 50 into 28 is 1400, 70 into 16 is 1120, 90 into 8 is 720. Fine. Now I'm going to find the mean. So what is the mean formula? Sigma fx by sigma f. For that I need sigma f. So I added all the frequency. So sigma f is equal to 80 and sigma fx is equal to 4000. Same way I added sigma, that is fx value. Okay, yeah. Now I'm going to substitute in the mean formula. Sigma fx is 4000 by sigma f is 80. So 4000 divided by 80 is equal to 50, and this is the mean. Mean, we will represent mean as an x bar, right? Okay, yeah. Now, first we found the mean. After this, what we are going to find? We are going to find mean deviation. So, mean deviation is nothing but sigma f modulus of x minus x bar by sigma f. For that, we need x minus x bar. X bar, I told you, x bar is nothing but a mean. So, mean is 40. So, I am going to find the value of modulus of x minus x bar. Here x is 10. So 10 minus 50. 10 minus 50 is minus 40. But here I am having a modulus. So I have to take only the magnitude. That is only the value. So 40. Same way 30 minus 50. Because 50 is a mean value, right? Yes. 30 minus 50 is minus 20. The modulus is given. So I had written only 20. 50 minus 50 is 0. And 70 minus 50 is 20. It is modulus 20. So I had written 20. And 90 minus 50 is 40. Yeah. After that, I need f into modulus of x minus x bar. So I am going to multiply this f value with modulus of x minus x bar. That is 4 into 40, 160. 24 into 20, 480. 28 into 0, 0. 16 into 20, 320. 8 into 40, that is 320. And what we have to find? We need to find sigma f of modulus x minus x bar. That means I need to add all the values. So my value is 1280. Simple. Now we are going to substitute the values in the formula. Sigma f of modulus x minus x bar is 1280 by sigma f is 80. On dividing this, we will get mean deviation is equal to 16. Okay. Let us see another example. Here we are going to find mean deviation about the median. So what we have to find first? We need to find median. Okay. Yeah. Now marks are given and number of girls values are given. Okay. That number of girls is nothing but frequency. Now we are going to find the median. For finding the median, what we have to do first? We need to find the cumulative frequency. How will you find the cumulative frequency? First, 0 is added with 8. So 0 plus 8 is 8. And then 8 is added with 10. So 8 plus 10 is 18. 18 is added with this 10. Then you will get 28. 28 plus 16, 44. 44 plus 4, 48. 48 plus 2, 50. Fine. Now we are going to find median, right? Now n is equal to what? 50. We are going to find n by 2. N by 2 means 50 by 2, that is 25. So where the 25 lies, we have to check it in the cumulative frequency. Yeah, fine. Here the 25. Now in this marked area, we are going to write L value, cumulative frequency, that is CF value, F and H. Fine. Now L. L is nothing but lower limit. In this one, a lower limit is 20. And next is cumulative frequency. That is the preceding one we have to take. Right. The preceding to this 28 is 18. So CF is 18. And F is 10. Okay. And H. H is nothing but class size or class width. That is the difference of lower limit and upper limit. Right. That is 10. H is equal to 10. Now I am going to substitute the values of L, CF, F, H in the formula. So you will get median is equal to 20 plus 25 minus 18 whole divided by 10 into 10. On further simplification, I will get median is equal to 27. Fine. Now we found the value of median. Now we are going to find mean deviation. Yeah. To find mean deviation, we know the formula sigma f of modulus x minus m whole divided by sigma f. For that, we need x minus m. M is nothing but what? Median. For that, we need x also. Here I am having a class interval. So first I am finding the midpoint of x. That is lower limit plus upper limit divided by 2. 0 plus 10 is 10. 10 by 2 is 5. 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 by 2 is 15. 20 plus 30, 50. 50 by 2 is 25. 30 plus 40, yes, 70. 70 by 2 is 35. Similarly, I converted this two class interval also. And next, I am going to find modulus of x minus m. So, x is 5 and m is what? 27. So, what is the value? 5 minus 27 is minus 22. But here I am having a modulus. So, we have to write only 22. Same way, 15 minus 27. You will get modulus of minus 12. Modulus is given, so you have to take 12. Same, 25 minus 27 is 2. And 35 minus 27 is 8. 45 minus 27 is 18. 55 minus 27 is 28. And next we need to find f of modulus x minus m. Yeah, that is, I had multiplied the frequency. Don't make a mistake. Here cumulative frequency also there and frequency also there. So we have to multiply only f. We use the cumulative frequency for finding the median. That part is over. Okay. So we are going to multiply f with modulus of x minus m. F is 8. 8 into 22. 176. 10 into 12. 120. 10 into 2. 20. 16 into 8. 128. 4 into 18. 72. 2 into 28. 56. Now we need to find sigma f of modulus x minus m. Right. That is, we have to add this value. You will get 572. Sigma f. Sigma f is number of girls. So if you add the number of girls, you will get 50. So 572 divided by 50 is equal to 11.44. This is the mean deviation. And next we are going to see a variance and standard deviation. This is also same as what we did. We are going to find a little bit accurate value of a mean. Okay, fine. We know that mean deviation is sigma modulus of x minus x bar whole divided by n. And then we are going to take, instead of modulus, we are going to take a square of this value. Okay, modulus is, I told you, modulus is whatever the value inside the modulus, we are only taking the magnitude, right? Even though it's a positive or negative, simple, we are removing the sign, but it won't give a accurate value. That is, it will give not much as this variance. So I am using rho square is nothing but sigma x minus x bar the whole square whole divided by n. And then I am going to expand this x minus x bar the whole square as a minus b the whole square. So you will get x square minus 2x into x bar plus x bar the whole square, and the rest is same. Now I am going to split the denominator. So I will get sigma x square by n minus sigma 2x x bar by n plus sigma x bar square by n. Now the first term is no problem, so let it be same. In the second one, if I am taking 2x bar separately from this, we will get same. The first one is same. In the second one, I am taking 2x bar separately because we know sigma x by n is x bar, that is mean value, right? That what I'm going to change this one. And now I'm going to change sigma x bar square by n as n of x bar square by n. And this n will get cancelled, and sigma x by n is nothing but x bar. So finally we will get rho square is equal to sigma x square by n minus x bar square. This is the variance. Now I'm going to tell the formula separately for a direct method and assume mean method and step deviation method. For a direct method, the formula is sigma x square by n minus x bar the whole square. For standard deviation, simple, we have to take the square root. That's it. First we need to find the variance and then we have to take the square root. Okay, this is the formula for a direct method. And for assume mean method, that is we have converted the x as a d, right? So I will get it sigma fd square by sigma f minus sigma ft by sigma f the whole square. And for the standard deviation, I have to take the square root. Okay. Now for a step deviation method, the same formula, but here the x is changed as a t. Then I'm getting the c. C is nothing but the constant that we will multiply, that is we will divide it, right? The same way here I taken the c square. So you will get c square of sigma ft square. You have to be careful here. X is changed to d first and d is changed to t. So you will get sigma ft square by sigma f minus sigma ft by sigma f the whole square. And same we know it for the standard deviation, we have to take the square root. Okay, let us see an example for the mean, variance and standard deviation. Find the mean, variance and standard deviation for the following data. Here the data are given. Now I'm going to find the fx. Y means first I'm going to find mean. So the direct method I use, that what I have multiplied f into x. Here the values are too small, so I'm going to multiply that f into x. We are going to find now sum of f, right? That is sigma f. Sigma f is 30 and sigma fx is 420. We know mean is equal to sigma fx by sigma f. On substituting the value, you will get 420 by 30, that is equal to 14. And next we need to find variance. What is the variance formula? Sigma f of x minus x bar the whole square whole divided by n. For that we need x minus x bar. So I'm going to find x minus x bar. That is x is 4 minus x bar. X bar is what? A mean. Mean value is 14. So 4 minus 14 is, you will get what? Minus 10. Okay, next 8 minus 14. 8 minus 14 is minus 6. 11 minus 14 minus 3. 17 minus 14 3. 20 minus 14 6. 24 minus 14 is 10 and 32 minus 14 is 18. And next I'm going to square this term. That means x minus x bar the whole square. Minus 10 square is what? 100. Minus 6 the whole square is 36. Minus 3 the whole square is 9. And 3 square is 9. 6 square is 30. And similarly 10, 18. Now we need f of x minus x bar the whole square. So I'm going to multiply f with x minus x bar the whole square. So 3 into 100. 3 into 100 is 300. 5 into 36 is 180. 9 into 9 is 81. 5 into 9 is 45. 4 into 36 is 144. 3 into 100 is 300, and 1 into 324 is 324. And now I'm going to find the sum of this value. I'm getting 1374, and we know n. N is nothing but what? Sigma f. Sigma f is 30. So I'm substituting the value. I'm getting the variance as 45.8. And next we need to find standard deviation. We know the standard deviation formula, right? Same as variance, only thing we have to take the root. So already we found the value of sigma f of x minus x bar the whole square by n. So I am going to take the square root for this. So square root of 45.8 is 6.77 approximately. Here we are going to use a square root division. Okay, fine. Next I'm going to use the another example to show you why I expanded this x minus x bar the whole square. Okay, here it is a simple value, so I multiplied and I converted as a square, right? But if I'm using it here, it will become a big task for me. Okay, so that I have simplified the formula there, and that simplified formula only I'm going to use. Example 4. Here also we are going to find the mean, variance and standard deviation for the following. And the classes is given 0 to 30, 30 to 60 till 180 to 210. And this first I have found the mid value. How to find the mid value? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So 0 plus 30 is 30. 30 by 2 is 15. 30 plus 60 is 90. 90 by 2 is 45. Like that I had found the mid value x. And frequency is given it as 2, 3, 5, 10, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Now first I'm going to, that is here I'm going to use the step deviation method. So what do I need first? T. How will you find T? T is nothing but x minus d by h. Okay. With that simplification, I had found the T. Already we have seen many formulas for many sums for the step deviation. That what I had written only the T value. Okay. Now I'm going to find f into T. That is 2 into minus 3. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. And 3 into minus 2. And 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. Like that I have multiplied this f and t. And next I am going to find sigma f. Sigma f is 30 and sigma ft. The sigma ft is 2. Right. And the mean is sigma ft by sigma f into h plus a. On substituting the values, that is we know sigma ft is 2 and sigma f is 30 into h. H is the height of the class size, that is class size. So class size is 30 plus a. A is the assumed mean I had taken from this, right? That is 150. So on further simplification, I will get the mean value as 107. And next I am going to find variance. What is variance? Variance is sigma ft square by sigma f minus sigma ft by sigma f the whole square. So I need ft square. For that find t square. That is t square is t into t. So minus 3 into minus 3 is 9. Minus 2 the whole square is 4. Minus 1 the whole square is 1. 0 square. 1 square is 1. 2 square is 4. 3 square is 9. And then I need to find f into t square. So f value is multiplied with t square. So 2 into 9. 2 into 9 is 18. 3 into 4. 3 into 4 is 12. 5 into 1. And then 10 into 0. Like that I have multiplied f into t square. Now I need to find sigma ft square. So I added this ft square value. Now I'm going to replace the values. That is C, we know it. C is nothing but what? It's a size. That what I taken 30. That is H only. Okay. Yeah. Sigma ft square value is 76 and sigma f is 30 and sigma ft is 2 and sigma f is 30. On further simplification, you will get 2274. And for the standard deviation, simple, we have to take the square root for the variance value. So root of 2274 is what? 47.71. I think children, you have understand the concept of mean deviation, variance and standard deviation. Thank you.